Today, we're looking at The Simpsons Trick or Treat, because the spooky season might be over, but I've just done this puzzle and it's not really going to be relevant for another year, so Halloween is going into overtime. This is a 500-piece puzzle I picked up recently for $4 secondhand, and though it was distributed here in Australia by Blue Opal, it is really a Susan Prescot Games product, with a different cut and piece quality than I've seen from Blue Opal themselves. Speaking of the cut, this is the first circular puzzle I've reviewed, but not the first circular puzzle I've solved. That honour went to the 1000 Colours wheel from Clemens Habit. The cut on this one uses a similar approach, where the puzzle is built up from rings of steadily increasing piece count, with some pieces connecting to two pieces on their outer ring side to make up the difference. Generally, I've found that aside from the pieces in the very centre, the difference in curvature between rings is pretty minimal, so I don't tend to find myself working off the shapes any more than I would in a standard ribbon cut puzzle. Especially for an image like this one, where you have a lot of distinct colours and character designs that jump out more immediately to my eye. But it is still a fun novelty to switch things up with a round cut like this, when the ribbon cut puzzles start to feel a bit samey. The puzzle image is a Halloween-themed artwork from the perennial American animated sitcom The Simpsons, drawing from specific references to their annual Treehouse of Horror episodes, including the disco gravestone from Treehouse of Horror, Lisa and Maggie's costumes from Treehouse of Horror 2, Martin's costume, the evil Krusty Doll and Zombie Skinner from Treehouse of Horror 3, Devil Flanders, Vampire Burns and the monster attacking the bus from Treehouse of Horror 4, Witch Marge and Bart's pirate costume from Treehouse of Horror 8, Krusty's vampire costume from Treehouse of Horror 9, Ralph, Sherry, Terry and Milhouse's costumes from Treehouse of Horror 10, and Kang and Kodos from every Treehouse of Horror. Most of these characters are pretty close to the source material, but with colours or poses altered for the illustration. I'm not so sure about the caveman Nelson, who I can't find any evidence of in the show. And unless I'm seeing double, there's two Martins on this puzzle, which is an odd character to double up on. But overall, I really like this image. It looks like it was very intentionally designed as a circular piece, with the glowing full moon a great focal point. And it just makes me happy to finally see a piece of Simpsons merchandise that actually centres Marge. One other nice thing about this puzzle is that it features a glow-in-the-dark effect on some colours. Like many glow-in-the-dark things, it's a fairly weak effect on its own, especially after 17 years, but it can be pretty effective if you charge it up by shining a torch directly on it. But this glow-in-the-dark effect doesn't really affect the puzzle solve, as there is definitely not enough of it to solve the puzzle with the lights off. And even with the lights on, there's quite a few purely black pieces right on the edge of this puzzle. And the edge pieces also only have two different connector configurations, so that edge made for a frustrating end to the puzzle. And another case where I'm not 100% sure I got every piece where it truly belonged. The pieces are quite thick with a slight glossy finish, so good overall, but I have a few small gripes. First, the pieces don't really hold together, so I found I could only slide them around the desk and could never pick them up. Secondly, the colours on the puzzle are noticeably brighter than those printed on the box. I'm not sure if this is an age thing, because it otherwise looks in very good condition, and it's really just those grey colours that are noticeably different. Those minor issues aside, I did enjoy this one. The twin gimmicks of a circular puzzle with a glow-in-the-dark effect worked well, especially for a Halloween-themed puzzle. And I quite like the original illustration they've chosen for this. Yeah, it's nothing amazing, but I just think it's neat, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep watching the skies. Take care.